What's up everybody? Jack of Many Trades back here again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a different style video. We're going to be going about and doing a little bit of a vlog showing what it's like to actually use a lot of the recent tech products that I've unboxed or reviewed on my channel. So today we are going to go out and play a little bit with the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Right now I'm recording using the Osmo Mobile 6 and using the DJI mic as my microphone, so that is something new. We're also going to be taking the Steam Deck out with us, Apple Watch Ultra. Obviously this is being shot from the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and yeah, so we're just going to be taking out a bunch of tech products and seeing how they work in the real world. Yeah, so this is my first time doing something like this. I hope that you guys like it. It's now 5:53 in the morning and we are going to be packing everything up and taking it along with us. So let's get going. Alright, so it is now 6:01 and we are heading on over. Also going to be doing a couple of other video ideas along the way as well. So going to be testing out some of the Osmo Mobile 6 stabilization versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max stabilization. So we're going to be trying to do cinematic mode versus what can be achieved by simply using a gimbal. So that's kind of one of the ideas that I've had. We're going to be doing some video for that. As well, we'll also see if we can find a good subject to test the manual focusing using the OM6 versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max cinematic mode. And also along the way, we're gonna see if we can get some nice drone footage. So all of that should be pretty fun. All right, so here we're going to be starting our workout. We also have navigation going on the Apple Watch Ultra, so that's going to be pretty cool. We'll be able to see where we're going, turn by turn. And here we're getting a little sense of what the stabilization on the OM6 is like. Just walking along, not really trying to reduce motion or anything. And we're getting pretty good results, I think. Right, so you may be asking, why are you leaving so early? And well, the answer to that is I am a PhD student here at Stony Brook University studying chemistry, and I don't have a car on campus, so I have to walk everywhere that I want to go if I don't want to pay for an Uber. So, you know, kind of the downside is obvious. It takes a lot longer to go where you want to go. But, you know, on the plus side, since I have to walk everywhere, I kind of get to see unique spots and locations, and so that provides me with a little bit more opportunity to do some filming, get some unique shots, what have you. Alright, so here I'm showing what it's like to get turn-by-turn navigation on your Apple Watch while you're out on a walk or driving. Basically, the direction that you're supposed to turn will show up. It'll tell you what road to turn onto. As well, if you're getting a left turn notification, it'll tap your wrist a little bit more slowly. If you're getting a right turn notification, it'll tap it pretty rapidly. And if you're supposed to go straight, it'll give you a long, more drawn out buzz. Alright, so here we're going to be unfolding the Mini 3 Pro. You see what kind of video we can get. We're going to see if we can get some cool time lapses over one of the highways here. So we're going to take off from hand really quick. Alright, so now we're going to be doing a little bit of a hyperlapse here. Alright, so while the drone is doing the hyperlapse for us, we are going to go ahead and cross the road. It looks like the drone will be done in about 6 minutes. As we can see, the drone is right up there, capturing our hyperlapse of this road. We'll see how that turns out. Looks like we have 4 minutes left. Alright, so the drone has just finished up its flight, and now we're just going to bring it back in. Alright, so we're off again, continuing towards our destination. So again, as I'd mentioned before, I'm not really trying to walk smoothly or anything like that, and this is on a front-facing camera, which doesn't really have optical image stabilization at all, so I'm actually pretty impressed with the smoothness of this video so far. It's this really nice waterfall. Or, I guess water fountain, more like it. Let's check out some of the tracking capabilities here. Alright, so here I'm going to show the stabilization features of the iPhone 14 Pro Max with no action mode. This is just the regular camera running at 4K 60. So we're going to just run up these steps really quick. Alright, so here is going to be action mode. It's too dark apparently to actually use it well, so I don't know if this is going to turn out very well at all. Alright, and so now here is going to be the DJI Osmo Mobile 6. Again, 4K video. Alright, so we just got done filming here at this nice location, testing out the LM6 stabilization versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max action mode as well as regular mode. Alright, so we're still making our way towards the destination. We're at Stony Brook University right now. And unfortunately, since a lot of the other filming took up a little bit longer than I had expected, we are a bit behind schedule, so we aren't really going to get the sunrise like I had hoped at the beach, but we'll see what we get. It is a pretty nice day out, so that's good. It's not too hot. Also not too humid. Alright, so another thing that's nice about the Apple Watch Ultra is that you have that new speaker. It's actually not too significantly louder than any of the other Apple Watches unless you're using the Siren. But it's nice to be able to have that 49mm display to see your stats, see your turn-by-turn navigation. Everything's a lot easier to see than it ever was. Alright, so we can start to see the sun coming up here as we're looking at the Stony Brook football field. We are at 42 minutes, almost 43 minutes of walking. Alright, so now we're getting pretty close to the Long Island Railroad. So off to our left, we have the rest of the university. Also, to comment really quick, I gotta say the magnetic mount for the OM6 is actually really quite stable. I think they did an absolutely amazing job with it. You don't normally think of magnets as being a really great way to mount something that's kind of heavy, and especially if you're going to be running with it. But DJI actually did a really good job designing this magnet. It's very stable. So here we're just going to go ahead and cross the little bridge here. Alright, what's up everybody? We are, I think, about a half a mile away now, so we are getting really quite close. The lighting is also getting substantially better. So, although we're definitely not going to get there before 7, since it's just about 8 right now. The good thing, at least, is that we'll still have good dynamic lighting with which to get some nice shots. So, the other thing that's nice is that we are now officially getting even closer to leaves turning. So, getting more colors than just green. We have nice reds, yellows, green, oranges. So, should be able to get some pretty nice shots now. The leaves are falling. It is a good time. Alright, so here is the path that I'm on. Looks like a pretty sunny day, so definitely gonna need some pretty strong ND filters, but good thing we've got them. Alright, so now we have officially made it to the beach. As you can see, it's still pretty early, so nobody here but the seagulls. Let's grab a nice little area for us to take off from, and we'll see what kind of footage we can get. There's even some people out there doing some kayaking. Alright, so here we are now at the beach. So it looks like we have everything all ready to go finally. And we did use up a fair bit of battery already, so how about we just swap out, get a full charge going. And then we'll switch back to that other battery if we're still here and need to get a little bit more footage. One of the things that's kind of nice too about the Mini 3 Pro is that it's not actually all that loud, so even over here I'm standing like right under it. It's not even really that loud. Right, so we're just going to be playing out some of the DJI master shots. So we're going to be flying around on this little gondola thing that we have going on here, so we'll get a couple of nice pre-done shots for that. You know, the unfortunate thing about the DJI master shots is that you can't shoot them on the Mini 3 Pro in D-Cinelike, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But you know, I guess what are you really gonna do? You know, it's not their top of the line, like super professional drone, so you know, I guess you can't expect the world from them, but it would be kind of nice if they did actually have some of that at least. But it's a really nice day out, so I'm actually pretty happy with this. Alright, so right now it's returning back to the original position, and we just got the return to home notification, so it's coming back to us. First it's going up. Alright, so here I'm showing you guys what the active track is like when you use the DJI Mini 3 Pro. This is Active Track 5.0, and as you can see, as I start moving, it keeps me in frame. It tries to do its best to keep me in center as much as possible. So even when I stop, it'll stop. If I start moving towards it, it'll move backward. It generally does a pretty good job. You can basically do two main types of active track with this. You can do what I'm doing here, which is follow mode. So basically wherever you go, the drone will follow. Or you can also use it as a spotlight tool. So you can lock your focus on a particular subject and then fly around as normal. And if you're flying around, then the camera will automatically keep what you're looking at in focus, and you don't have to do any gimbal controls. It'll do everything like that for you. So if you don't have as much experience with the gimbal, that's a really great option to use until you get a little bit better. But there's a lot of really nice tools built into the drone to get you that really great cinematic footage. Alright, so we have actually just finished up getting all of our footage at the beach today, so I'm just going to head on back in. Before we go, say bye to the seagulls. Alright, so a little battery life update. I started my day with the iPhone 14 Pro Max at 100% battery life. Right, so I started filming with the iPhone at about 5:30 in the morning. It's now 8:50 in the morning, and I started at 100%. The iPhone is now just about 25% battery life. So basically, if you're going to be filming 4K 60 FPS video with a DJI mic and Bluetooth, all of that stuff on, it will decrease your battery life quite a bit. So I'm just gonna throw it onto the charger while I make my way back to campus, and we'll talk to you once we get there. So I'm going to do a quick comparison between the iPhone 14 Pro Max with no stabilization, the iPhone 14 Pro Max with the active track feature, and then we're going to do the OM6 comparison and see what will actually give us the most stable video. And then the next thing that I want to test is the manual focus on the OM6 versus the cinematic mode on iPhone 14. So we'll see which gives better results. Another thing that I wanted to mention before we get started with this is that I'm going to be using the iPhone's camera app for at least the at least for the action mode comparison. So that way it's fair, because, again, that mode is really only available on the iPhone app. Alright, so here's the iPhone 14 Pro Max with no action mode. So this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max with action mode engaged. And this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max on the OM6 with no active mode. Alright, and finally here we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max on the OM6 with action mode enabled. So we just got back now, and we're going to film the last of the comparison videos here, so I'm going to be testing out what the focus using cinematic mode on iPhone 14 is like in comparison with what you can get with the DJI Mimo app using the manual focus knob on the Osmo 6. Alright, so here we're going to be testing out what it's like to use the OM6 manual focus. So right now you can see that we're focused in pretty close on this Dunkin' Donuts bag here. Let's see if we can get in a good focus on that tree in the background. And let's pull the focus back in. Here we are on the iPhone 14 Pro Max camera again, and we're doing cinematic mode, so let's try to do the same thing, looking at the bag. Now pull focus to the tree in the background, and back to the bag. So we just got done filming the comparison video between the iPhone 14 Pro Max cinematic mode and the Osmo Mobile manual focus mode using the Mimo app. And now we're about to head back inside and maybe shoot some more videos, we'll see, but definitely get into editing everything together. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today, going on a little bit of an adventure. Hope you guys like that. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like videos like this and want to see more, definitely let me know.